Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, and this is Finster, one of a pair of sisters. Her sister Mildred is in the other room, sneezing or snacking on stuff. So you will be seeing more of them as time goes on, and I think I need to put her down because this is her first appearance, and she has a little bit of stage fright. She's only 4 months old. Thank you very much, Finster. Down you go. There we go. There you go. Thank you. Both of them are getting over upper respiratory tract infections, so it's been a cat sneeze and snot fest. What a joy. But here I am to talk about If I Could Choose Only One Work by Composer X. It would have to be work P. Well, Composer X is the Finnish master, Eino Juhani RAUTAVAARA. Oh, what a wonderful composer he was, and what a great guy. I had such a good time with him. We knew each other quite well, and he taught me a lot about how composers operate because he was totally open about things like that. It was just delightful. What? No, you can't get over there. Don't chew on the cord, please. Kittens are really a trip, let me tell you. So anyway, if I had to choose only one work by RAUTAVAARA, which would be terrible. Oh, he wrote all kinds of stuff. And he wrote in a variety of styles as well. Everything from dodecaphony, which nobody really liked. Even he wasn't sure he really liked it, but he kept it anyway, to electronic stuff, to sort of quasi-neo-romantic stuff, to faux Bruckner in his Third Symphony, which is glorious. It's wonderful. It's probably better than the original. But the work I would choose is one that many of you have mentioned. And you're right. Cantus Arcticus, as totally typical of his style, if we survive this whole thing. Why? First of all, it is one of the most successful pieces ever to merge electronics, and in this case, pre-recorded tapes of natural bird chirpy things and whatnot, with real, actual notated music. So you have the real bird chirpy things as well as, the stuff that the orchestra is doing, and there's some sort of free rhythm, what they call aleatoric moments, and oh my God. But the music itself is so poetic and so beautiful, and so it just does what it does. It's subtitled A Concerto for Birds and Orchestra, and that's what you get. The finale, the last movement, is without a doubt one of the most haunting pieces of music anybody ever came up with. And, one of the things about RAUTAVAARA is that he was always very, very willing and open to people who wanted to talk to him about music. He loved music. You'd think all composers would love music. Well, yes, you would, wouldn't you? But it seems that not all of them do, or they don't love other people's music, or they have some issues. RAUTAVAARA had no issues. He was just a happy composer, a brilliant composer. And I remember so vividly when I saw the premiere of his Eighth Symphony with the Philadelphia Orchestra under Sawallisch, I was a little bit perplexed by it. I thought the proportions didn't quite shake out right because it's kind of a brief work. And I told him that. I mean, we were completely honest with each other. And I said, I think that maybe there's like a little something missing here in one of these movements. Maybe one could be a little longer or a little shorter, whatever. And he looked at me and he just said, wait till you hear another performance of it. I didn't know when I'd ever hear another performance of it, but I did hear the recording on Ondine with Leif Segerstam. And I heard it and I went, oh, he was right. Actually, it worked quite well. Perhaps that performance with his supervision was the one that really represented his intentions. And I wrote to him about it. I said, you were absolutely right. That recording was wonderful. And he said, see, I told you. He was not happy with that premiere performance by Sawallisch, as it turned out. But he was too kind and considerate, unlike moi, the critic. He was far too kind and considerate to say anything about it. He was not going to criticize. And so he didn't. And he just let the chips fall where they may. But he was happy to praise a better performance when it happened. And that was really, I think, just typical of the man. Anyway, he wrote stunning music. And there are 8 symphonies. And there are a pile of concertos, 3 piano concertos and concertos for violin and clarinet and harp and all kinds of other things. And then there's wonderful, like indefinable pieces, like tone poem-y type pieces that are absolutely gorgeous. And then there's his Angel series, which really kind of made him famous because nothing makes you famous like efforts at being spiritual. But his was not a cheap spirituality, not in the least. He thought angels could be quite scary and terrifying, and his music was often not angelic. There are all kinds of angels in his music, from the cheerful, chirpy ones to the really terrifying, scary, shadowy ones. And each one is its own thing. And I think the evil god Cancrozans should not limit us to one work. For each composer, especially living or recently living or contemporary composers, we should have the right to experience and enjoy the widest range of their output. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.